Brazilian Maiquel Falcao comes to Montreal for the first time tonight, and this is no sightseeing trip. This MMA veteran who has competed in the UFC and even won a Bellator championship is looking to do what no one else has ever accomplished, finish fan favorite Stranya Gavrilovic. Holding 38 professional victories, Falcao is known worldwide for his devastating knockout power, the weapon of choice with which he has taken out 24 of his foes. TKO fans, take cover. Falcao is locked, loaded, and ready to drop bombs.
Sou Maiquel Falcão, vim de vitória agora no Brasil, vitória na Rússia também, e vim aqui buscar o cinturão da categoria 93 quilos do TKO.
We want to thank everybody for tuning in to TKO 40, whether you're watching on Fight Network or UFC Fight Pass. This is going to be one for the ages. There you see the UFC veteran and Bellator veteran Maiquel Falcao made the trek from Brazil here to Montreal to do battle with Stranya Gavrilovic, John Ramdeen, Robin Black, and we are happy to be joined by UFC title challenger Kevin Lee. And Kevin, Maiquel Falcao, he's made his way to the UFC. That's a difficult challenge for any mixed martial arts competitor. Just talk about the path, what it takes to get yourself to the big show.
Well, it comes with that experience too, especially coming back down to it and fighting guys that are less experienced, that haven't been there already, in there with these tough world champions and guys that have already been at that level. And that's the kind of thing that you only get with age, you only get with experience. It's hard. It's a hard sport to really make it. And Caval's going to show tonight.
I got another question for you. Are you going to beat Tony Ferguson?
Oh, you already know, man. You already know. We got about a month's time. I'm already in high gear on it. Look, we're going to put some work down on October 7th.
We can't wait for your title fight with El Kukui, but I know the fans tonight, they've been treated to a great night of mixed martial arts. How's your brother feeling?
Oh, man, he's on top of the world, you know. He's really feeling it. He's really coming into his own as a mixed martial artist. He's starting to get his finishing skills up, too, and knowing when to get a man up out of there.
The always explosive Stranya Gavrilovic is back in the TKO cage once again this evening, but the opposition is stronger than ever. After an impressive showing last June where he submitted Fritz Paul, the Werewolf looks to take a big step forward as he is set to square off with international superstar Maiquel Falcao. Gavrilovic will need to be at his best tonight if he hopes to overcome the 50-fight veteran and earn an opportunity to fight for the middleweight championship this December. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for this war of attrition.
Iremos amigos até a morte.
Certainly one of the things that Kevin Lee and Stranya Gavrilovic have in common is they understand how to entertain, but of course, you got to make sure that your fighting is where it needs to be before you can add to the show.
Last time I was here. This man's crazy. I love it.
You going to bite Tony in the face? Come on.
I'm going to try my best.
Yeah, come on,
give him
man.
a little nibble on the nose.
Stranya Gavrilovic, he really knows how to get the job done. But what we've seen from Maiquel Falcao in the past, this guy has 20-some-odd knockouts. He comes out hard and fast. Is that easy to come up with a strategy when you know what your opponent brings to the table and you know that he can end things very, very quickly?
Yeah, you have to be smart out there. It's more than just getting out there and just trying to knock the guy out. You got to be smart. You got to play the game right, and you got to play to your opponent's weaknesses. So this will really show if he's just more than just entertainment, if he's more than just talk, if he's more than just his crazy antics, if he can add some skill and some smarts into the game as well.
In his last fight, Stranya played a very smart game of physical control and positional dominance. In the past, he came out like a lunatic as well, and we'd have the craziest 90 seconds you've ever seen. Then somebody will go to sleep. Usually it's not Stranya. But in his last fight, he showed that strategy, he showed that control. So I think he's equipped to deal here with what Falcao brings to the table. But this guy can also just kind of lose his mind in a moment and just enjoy the chaos.
Some guys are like that. Some fighters, they just need to get punched in the face, and all the game plan goes right out the window when we get into a good old-fashioned slugfest. And, you know, the fans love it. I love it. Look, I'm in for a good night.
I'm telling Tony you're going to bite him in the face. I'm sending the text right after this.
Yeah, tell him to move his head.
I have a feeling fans here in the venue, this beautiful Tohu, and watching on UFC Fight Pass and Fight Network are in for a show because, again, these guys have that experience. They have the idea of we are going to beat each other up whenever this cage door closes. And Stranya, he feeds off the crowd. Is that something you've been able to tap into? Can you feel the energy of the crowd?
Energy is a big thing in fighting. It's the energy of just presenting yourself, being dominant. It's not necessarily off the crowd, it's how you feel. Some guys play really well off the crowd, entertaining them. Some guys play really well off the crowd, booing them. It's all about the energy, and it's the energy once you get into that cage, and you can just feel it on a guy. You can feel his aura.
A tremendous catchweight bout about to get underway. We're going to send it up to Patrick Lono for this entertaining battle.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our first co-main event, scheduled for 3 rounds at a catch weight 199 pounds. Mesdames, Messieurs, ce combat est la première semi-finale de la soirée, prévue pour 3 rounds à un poids spécial de 199 livres. This bout brought to you by Bud Light. Ce combat est une présentation de Bud Light. The judges for this bout, les juges pour ce combat, M. Richard de Carufel, M. Pasquale Procopio et M. Benoît Roussel. Your referee, votre arbitre, Mr. Jason Herzog. Introducing first, fighting out of the silver corner. Wearing blue trunks, he holds 38 professional victories in 48 bouts, 26 coming by way of knockout and 5 by submission. Tout d'abord, dans le coin argent, portant la culotte bleue, il compte 38 victoires professionnelles en 48 combats, dont 26 par KO et 5 par soumission. From Pelotas, Brazil, weighing 204 pounds. De Pelotas, Brésil, pesant 204 livres, Maiquel Big Rig Falcao. And his opponent fighting out of the gold corner. Wearing black with gray trim, he holds 6 professional victories in 10 bouts, including 3 by way of knockout and 2 by submission. Son adversaire dans le coin or, portant la culotte noire et grise, il compte 6 victoires en 10 combats, dont 3 par KO et 2 par soumission. From Sherbrooke, Quebec, weighing 198.6 pounds, de Sherbrooke, Québec, pesant 198,6 livres. Currently ranked number 2 in the TKO middleweight division, il est classé 2e chez les poids moyens TKO. Stranya, the Werewolf Gavrilovic.
And here we see the tail of the tape. Maiquel Falcao, 36 years of age. Stranya Gavrilovic, 30 years of age, and he will have a huge reach advantage. Will he be able to use it against the hard-hitting Maiquel Falcao? John Ramdeen, Robin Black, and Kevin Lee calling the action.
We gave Dufour trouble for missing weight. This guy was supposed to come in at 85, and then he agreed to 99. Then he came in at 204. Falcao.
Big boy.
Unacceptable.
One thing I'm noticing is he's coming out in a full sweat when he stepped into the cage, so I'm expecting him to come out hard here. He had a good warm-up.
That's his game for sure, is put heat early. There you see Stranya with the jab elbow as he closes the distance.
Is it important that Stranya draws out that energy of Falcao?
Absolutely. Throw out these fillers, throw out that jab. He's hooking off the jab too. But he's keeping him at distance. He's keeping him at range.
You know, some of the guys around, Xavier Aloui, who's had some great fights here at TKO, some of the young guys who are looking at Falcao and saying this is a guy near the end of his career. He's not in
50
shape.
fights.
Yeah, no doubt. And that may all be true. I mean, you show up 204 pounds for a 185-pound fight. Some of that is true. But 50 fights, exactly. You come in here with insane experience, knocked out all kinds of guys all over the world. Eastern Europe, Brazil,